Oh, hey. What are you guys doing? I'm just picking some tomatillos out here. Gave me a good idea. Let me get out of the tomatillo jungle. Good grief. And we'll talk a minute. I had noticed my tomatillos were starting to bust out. Got some good ones going this year. So I think I'm gonna make some salsa verde, and I'd like to show you how I do it. This salsa verde will lead into a lot of other recipes that I do, and it was taught to me by my mother-in-law. It's my mother-in-law's recipe. So props out to Betty for teaching me how to do the salsa verde a couple years back, and I've had good reviews on it, and I think it's one of the best, honestly. Also, shout out to my buddy Chris for the t-shirt, First Amendment tattoo in Bakersfield, California. Thank you, Chris, for the shirts for me and the family. Appreciate it, bro. Anyway, let's go inside and do some salsa verde. Okay, so for your salsa verde, you're going to want your tomatillos, right? Obviously, I normally use about 10 tomatillos, but since this is the beginning of the season, some of them are kind of small, but let me tell you, size doesn't matter when it comes to tomatillos. So normally there would be about 10. I have probably 20 here because some of them are so small. Be sure you remove the husk from your tomatillos. We don't want husks in there. I have 4 serrano chilies from my brother's garden. I also have 6 jalapeños. Typically I will do 1 pepper per tomatillo, a regular sized tomatillo that you would get at the grocery store. I have 6 cloves of garlic here. They were kind of small, so again, I kind of doubled up on that. Normally I'd use about 3 or 4. I have a yellow onion. I'll use about half of it, utilize the other half later. And I have my cilantro that I have already cut up, got the stems off of it, rinsed it off good, and now I'm patting it dry so it's good to go. That's what you want for your salsa verde. Get your stuff together and let's make some. Okay, so I got all my veggies prepped, got all the stems cut off of the jalapenos and the serrano chilies, got all of my tomatillos husked, all the small ones. Normally I do about half the tomatillos in my skillet and the other half I boil. I don't know why. Onions good to go, garlic's good to go. Onions rough cut, big cut. Got about a tablespoon of oil in my skillet. I'm letting that heat up right now. I'm just gonna throw everything in there other than cilantro. Cilantro will only come in play a little bit later. Okay, this is perfect right here. Everything's got a good grill to it. The tomatillos are boiling back there. They're good to go. It's been about 10 minutes and everything's ready to throw in the blender. So let's do that. Gonna get my tomatillos out of the water that have been boiling. Put them down in there first. Got my grilled veggies falling out everywhere. Put those in there. Just plop them down in there. If you have a good blender, a good Ninja blender, something like that, you don't have to worry about chopping it up. If your blender's not all that great, then I would suggest chopping them up a bit. Got my rinsed cilantro. Just dump all that in there. About a teaspoon of salt. We'll check the taste on that later, but about a teaspoon. Cumin, more cumin, more cumin. I don't have a measurement for you on the cumin, just put a bunch in there, it's good. Last but not least, My mother-in-law recommends about a half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Put your lid on and blend it up. Make sure all your cilantro and everything's getting down in there. Now, the best part, the taste test. Don't forget, it's probably still warm, but it's really good. Whew, perfect. It's got a little spice to it. Wouldn't change a thing. Enjoy, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. There are more recipes to follow that will utilize the Salsa Verde. And share it with everybody and give us a thumbs up. Have a good one.